It's a great honor to be here at ComRisk 2020 and also to share a journey between Enuit and Mitsubishi Corporation RTM. My name is Ganesh Natarajan. I represent Enuit European operations. It's my great honor and privilege to introduce Mr. VINEET KOHLI, who is the President and CEO of RTM International. Thank you so much for taking time to share our journey here. Over to you guys. And I'll take any Q&A on my way.
Hi, my name is VINEET KOHLI, and I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer for Mitsubishi Corporation RTM International, based in Singapore. It's a great opportunity for us today to participate in ComRisk. Owing to the ongoing pandemic this year, it's going to be a virtual event, and I would have loved the opportunity to be there in person, but unfortunately, that's not being possible this year. ComRisk, as you would know, is a great forum and an opportunity for companies to get together in the commodity trading world and share their experiences and how they are managing this ongoing technological changes that we are seeing in our world. A little about myself. I've been working in the commodity industry for over 25 years. Spent about 11 years with BHP Billiton in India, and about 14 years and beyond with Mitsubishi Corporation across two roles, about nine years based in India, and the last 6 years and more based out of Singapore. Today, I'll probably have the opportunity to introduce my company, RTM International, and take you through our journey and what we do. RTM was established back in December 2012. Though we commenced our operations from 1st April 2013, so we've just completed 7 years and are probably on our 8th year, and one of the most challenging years given the operating environment we face. In this period, our company has rapidly grown today to be about 77 employees, probably heading towards 3 digits soon. RTM as an organization operates across 8 locations all over the world. We have presence across in Tokyo, which is a big hub for us, New York, London, Dubai, Shanghai, Thailand, India, and Indonesia. Globally, RTM is a family of about more than 500 colleagues spread over these locations. RTM stands for Resource to Market, and in Singapore, we had established this entity as the global headquarter for the mineral resources trading business of Mitsubishi Corporation. RTMI in Singapore has been looking at developing its organizational capability through cross-cultural collaboration across regions and across professionals with different capabilities, utilizing its hub in Singapore, which is a great melting pot of different cultures. As an organization, RTM has its business spread across bulk and metals in the mineral resource space. We have a market presence in terms of coal, iron ore, copper, and aluminium, and a fairly large presence in terms of precious metals, and new development in terms of nickel and battery raw materials, which is something we are looking at developing as a future business growth area for the group. RTM looks at maximizing the assets of Mitsubishi Corporation, which has a large investment portfolio geographically spread across the world in the mineral classes, which I had explained earlier. Mitsubishi Corporation itself, has access to capital And RTM has been trying to see how best it could leverage those strengths of our assets, access to capital, a very talented workforce and market intelligence through our presence on the ground in different parts of the world. In terms of market, Japan is obviously a strength for RTM, and it is obviously the market where we do have the longest history and association and a very strong brand connect. Over the last 7 years and beyond, RTM has been trying to develop its business across different geographies, has been trying to further growth into Asia, focus on emerging markets in Southeast Asia, and establish a credible brand name in the industry. RTM's, since its establishment, RTM has looked at ways of how it could contribute to the society through sustainable development of its business and being a conscious supplier of metals and mineral resources in the market. We have been trying to develop our capabilities by capturing the growing demand happening in Southeast Asia, India, and China, and at the same time looking at further matured capabilities in developed markets like Japan, Europe, and the US. Our business itself has been transforming over the last several years. From a humble beginning as being a very traditional agent to suppliers and customers, we've been transforming our business to be a principal trader, where we have been required to undertake different levels of risk, both on the buy side and on the sell side. So our business has really been transforming in the last several years into being a more dynamic trader. In the future, RTM looks at maximizing the value of Mitsubishi Corporation's investments and assets that we have. We do have some offtakes as a part of our investments, and it has been our endeavor to see how we could maximize the value and contribute more to the growth and development of our organization. And at the same time, we've been trying to capture the next generation business models and trying to see how we can innovate and transform our business in terms of functional capability, but also in terms of trying to find the next seeds of growth. And that's how we've been trying to work on battery raw materials as one of the future businesses for us to grow. And we've also been trying to add different functional capabilities across the value chain, both in China, Southeast Asia, Japan, and other parts of the world. RTM, as you would see, has had a rapid growth in the last several years since its inception. And we've probably grown about 150% in terms of size, in terms of our profitability and our sheer scale of operation. Strategy for digital transformation? Well, very simply, the way our business transformed and moved into a more principal traded business, there came a strong necessity for us to have a tool which allows us to manage our risks and manage our business in a much more prudent manner. So we looked at developing a commodity trade risk management system, and we tried to do it in a phased manner and commenced the development of this platform for iron ore and coal, as these were businesses which underwent the highest amount of transformation in the last few years. So we went around with this development, and we had to integrate this system with the accounting solution that we have existing, which is the SAP system. And we needed to do a data interface with external applications for RTM's trading ecosystem. So we developed with Entrade a digital trading platform, which basically gets market data as an input and we are able to connect and integrate this with SAP, which is our corporate accounting system. And through this digital trading platform, we are able to manage our physical and derivative risks, have a PL and credit risk and market risk better monitored on a real-time basis. And through this platform, we are able to generate customized reports, which allow us to manage and monitor the risks on a real-time basis. We're looking at further using the inputs from this digital trading platform to develop a management dashboard, which is currently in progress. And that will allow the management at RTM to have a more hands-on availability of various inputs and key information that would be essential to make decisions and monitor the business. In future, we are looking at further extending this to the external environment and trying to see how we can interface with customers and suppliers and further make our business more efficient and more digitally transformed in terms of document management and blockchain solutions. To share with you in terms of our experience and how we went around the project and where we are, it's probably back in 2018 that we went through a requirement definition stage, which was definitely a challenging stage, given that all businesses are very complex and operations are obviously quite different from one commodity to another and one organization to another. So that requirement definition phase was where we obviously spent a lot of time because there were a lot of complexities which we needed to better understand. Thereafter, we went through an implementation phase in September, and finally in October 2019, we could go live and start real-time interface and start seeing the value that the system would bring to our operation. It's taken further amount of improvements and changes to make the system better adapted to our business environment. And it's probably sometime around September of this year that we are seeing the full fruits being realized out of this development in terms of a more stable process and a more stable output. This project, like many projects, has had its challenges, and one of the big challenges has been around complexity with pricing formulas, logistics, and our risk management requirements. Integrating with Mitsubishi Corporation's accounting system has also been a challenge and has taken time to get around that. And above all, we've been trying to stabilize this system during the onset of COVID-19, which obviously brings around all the challenges with travel restrictions, meeting restrictions, and an ability of people to really interact on a real-time basis. The project approach that we had adopted for this implementation was setting up a project management organization, which did comprise of RTM and Enuit. So the teams on a working level were working very closely as one project team to overcome issues and communicate daily. So that communication has been quite strong, and the collaboration and working environment between RTM and Enuit was one of a very trusting relationship. And I think that's been the foundation of us being able to overcome the challenges and keep progressing ahead in a positive manner. Also importantly, I must share that there has been a very strong management to management communication channel, which was well established between ourselves and Enuit's senior management team. And that allowed us to troubleshoot any issues that would need management attention. It also allowed us to align the company's strategy and probably get attention where necessary. It has been a great experience for ourselves and RTM to have gone through this journey of digital transformation. And the fruits of this system that we implemented, are there now visible for people to see. And I'm really happy to see that we could finally come out stronger at the end of the tunnel. Enuit was chosen by us because we believe that it would be a trusted partner and someone with whom we could work long term and work with them not as a vendor, but work with them more in terms of partnership. And we've looked at working together with Enuit on a phase 2. So we have a wave 2 implementation, which will commence, which will cover another 2 commodities. And there may be more ongoing developments that will happen thereafter, because we are looking at CTRM being one of the base foundation of our transformation as a business, and Enuit being a partner with whom we do plan to continue various development opportunities on an ongoing basis. I would like to thank all of you today for your time and the opportunity for us to be able to connect to yourselves. And unfortunately, since I couldn't be there today to be with you, I do look forward to another opportunity of being there face to face. Thank you very much for listening to us, and I wish you a good year up ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vineet. I'll just take some questions which is coming up from the audience. First question was, what are the key challenges you faced in the transformation? I think, as Vineet pointed out, it's very, very crucial to keep the big picture in mind. Our relationship with Mitsubishi, especially RTM, is all about helping them with the digital transformation. CTRM being the part of it, it's always crucial to understand why they are implementing the system and how it's going to connect their suppliers and customers to give a holistic user experience. That's one thing which is one of the transformation challenges. Second thing is, iron ore being a very complex market with a lot of pricing optionalities, it's very important to bring those contractual optionalities into the system so that we can accurately model risk and accurately calculate settlements. Because it's very, very crucial for Mitsubishi's accounting team to get the settlements right all the way upstream, so that there is no need of having any Excel sheets. So we have to model a lot more variety of pricing formulas. And thanks to Entrade's advanced risk engine, as well as the pricing formula builder, we are able to actually address a lot of contractual optionalities. What version of SAP was it? I think I don't know the version number, but we are able to real-time integrate with SAP on with Logic Apps, which is more of a middleware. And I'm looking at a couple of more questions. I think, what's the takeaway you offer for the audience who are going through the transformation or embarking on the journey? I think very clear planning upfront in terms of managing the requirements and trying to understand why you do what you do. Second, choosing the right product and the partner rather than choosing a system vendor. At least if you look at from a partnership perspective, the relationship goes a long way. I'm just looking at any more questions coming up. What are the critical success factors for this transformation? I think I'll take that one. Number one is modeling all of those contractual pricing opportunities, keeping the digital transformation blueprint with Mitsubishi has got in their mind, and how this platform will enable them rather than actually looking this project in the silos. That's a second one. And third one is actually efficient integration with their business applications, so that when you actually originate a trade at one point in time, it glows all the way through and connect to their internal systems, as well as connect their suppliers and customers to provide them the holistic view of what's going on in the deal value chain. I think those three things are extremely crucial throughout the project, so that we don't want to lose sight of it as a part of the implementation. Integration and delivery challenges. As I said, integration with SAP is one of our challenges, because we have to integrate with SAP without actually asking zero or no changes on the SAP side, which means we should be able to log all of our taxes and calculate their account mappings and post the journal entries in real time. That's one of the most interesting things we have done on this project. It had to work pretty much very well. And delivery challenges, as Vineet pointed out, earlier, it's an ever-changing requirement, and iron ore being one of the most complex markets, every contract can be bespoke. Every pricing formulas can have different variations of it, and also you do have a lot of penalty clauses in case of how do you model your contracts in delivery, and in bringing them all of them upstream and all the way flowing through logistics to accurately post the journal entries to SAP. We just have to tie back a lot of numbers upfront, and we actually eliminated a lot of Excel sheets, which was currently in practice. And I can proudly say that we don't have any more Excel sheets in this operations managing it, especially to come up with the complex pricing formulas. I think those are all the key things I would take it away. How does N-Trade scale between various businesses in terms of size and complexity? As Vineet pointed out, we just started off our journey with Mitsubishi in iron ore and coal. We are also currently doing a lot more additional asset classes with Mitsubishi and other customers. N-Trade being a truly multi-commodity solution, it is very easy for us to scale and add different asset classes to start with. In terms of size and complexity, as I said, it's very crucial to bring in your pricing formulas upfront. We have a very flexible formula builder which can actually model your risk accurately. Then it doesn't matter how do you flow through the risk. It makes it much more easier if you can actually do the volumes. In terms of volumes and size, I would just say we don't have any issues. The solution is completely hosted, and we can actually take a lot more thousands of trades and accurately calculate risk dynamically as well as by the end of the day through our processes. Any questions so far? If not, I really, really thank you. Thanks, Mr. Vineet, and as well as the ComRisk attendees to giving Enuit and Mitsubishi RTM an opportunity to share our journey with you guys. Thank you so much.